Hello everyone, it is Bulldog, once again recording off of a VOD here. Uh, my analysis of CLG Week 3 Game 1. This happened last night. I'm recording this Saturday morning. Didn't get a chance to watch it until now. I want to go into the draft here. So, what the hell is FlyQuest's comp? So I don't. Aphelios is good, but without any sort of protection, without any sort of front line, I don't like it that much. And if that Syndra is support, that's pretty bad. So I'd be interested to see the pick order here. But I like the Galio-Jarvan combination. That's good. That's good front line. Good engage and get in general. Good utility here. Ruin plays the Jace pretty well. I'm not a huge fan of Jace in general, but you have the Galio to support it, play off the side lane like that. You have Ezreal's just good. Bard, I think, is pretty solid. FlyQuest comp is just a shit show. Holy cow. Like, you just build armor because Syndra support isn't going to do that much, and that's their only magic damage. So overall, CLG easily won. Oh wait, no. Okay, if it's Syndra support. Okay, so Pantheon support. I'm not a big fan of it. It's a weird poke lane, I guess. It can put some pressure down. I'm just gonna skip ahead. It can put some pressure down. It's just worse Braum in my opinion. Because Pantheon to be good, I mean he has the point and click stun, and then he has the shield. He has a little bit of utility, but he is fairly gold reliant as a champion from what I've seen. So I don't think he's that good support, and he's not that good of protector for Aphelios. Aphelios needs strong frontline, strong protection, and he just doesn't have it.
Could have been Meeps, but if those were health packs, that is really going to help out Pobelter a lot.
I like the Galio pick. Ezreal's fine. Stixay just has to not be stupid with it. I know Ruin can take over a game on the Jace.
So this is going to allow Pobelter to actually just trade his health to push, utilize the passive, tank those autos, push.
I'm 50-50 on it.
And have all of this additional healing to actually stay around in lane. So this is really, really interesting. It's kind of saying
I do like that Bard play to allow Pobelter to get the push.
As you can see, it was 78 heals, so 2 of those is essentially 1 health potion. So it's about 1.5 extra potions that Pobelter did have, and he could just
it does lose you a little bit of priority in the bot lane, but I mean it's not a lane that you're too worried about getting priority in. Well, the mid lane you would much rather have priority in, especially for early scuttle fights and things like that. And just Galio getting priority is always a good thing.
They hit level 2, which Smoothie has now. Actually got 1 minion early because he had been picking up some of those meeps. Then they're back in a really good spot, and I think that's a cool adaptation to help out Pobelter in what can be a difficult early matchup. So I like to see that kind of innovation.
It's well done,
and that's something that they used to be really well known for. Is their level 1 preset plans? They were always so intelligent with that. So
yeah, we used to be known for it. People don't realize this, but Huhi was one of the best theory crafters in the world. Like he was responsible. Him, Aftermoon, Ziggs all just worked so incredibly well together to come up with these unique level 1 plays and things like that. To Pobelter playing well around that side of the lane. Just playing that well, but Pobelter, our Aftermoon, Ziggs, and Huhi, that's where the combination of those minds was where those really, really clever strategies came from. Because Huhi was not afraid to experiment, try random crazy crap. And Aframu and Ziggs had such good game knowledge that they could take that, mold that kind of wild thinking into a really, really well thought out, refined strategy.
Thankfully, did have the additional barred health packs there.
So while Huhi wasn't the best mechanical player, he was the best theory crafter that North America's seen since like the early years, since like Voy Boy and those kind of players in the early years.
Yeah, nice deep ward there for Ignar, but yeah, Pobolter's back, doesn't need the TP, came back on a cannon wave, denied off a full wave as well, so looking good from just the little things early on in level 1, but bottom lane is kind of really where the spice lives with Ignar's Pantheon support, and I was curious about his keystone. I expected it to be something aggressive. It is Conqueror. So definitely looking for more of the extended
it's an aggressive support, but he hasn't really done anything. Like, they're down. Well, they're about even in farm. They're just gonna be even in general. And Pobolter is up a couple in farm. Rune's up a couple in farm. Like, we don't. We do need to make some more early game plays. Just like the Galio doesn't. Well, Ezreal doesn't scale as well as Aphelios. Damage-wise, it's like the Jace doesn't scale nearly as well as the set. That's where the scaling discrepancy comes in. So
looks like nobody's gonna budge here.
Yeah, and I feel like
that's the big discrepancy here, but very, very good communication about where Santorin is to allow Ruin to make good trades, and they saw Santorin back, instantly get this dragon. That's very good. Good setup, good use of your knowledge on every side of the map, knowing tracking the jungle. That's something CLG has done extremely well.
That they do have here early on is going to allow them to grab an early dragon, so very well done.
Yeah, just enough presence there for Wiggly to make sure his team gets that first trick. Solo trading here in the top lane with Ruin. This is Ruin's counterpick. As a reminder, it's fleet footwork here for Solo, trying to weather some of the poke here from Ruin's.
Yeah, that's a smart Rune choice by Solo.
Right now in the top side, with
to
no
just
junglers really coming up here. Although, as I say that, Santorin is in the
heal
area.
up constantly. He already has the highest health regen in the game. That's a very, very smart pathing by Wiggly.
That's an awful lot of damage. Here comes Santorin. Wiggly, they're going to try and make it happen, but it doesn't quite catch it. Here's Pobolter, though, zooming in,
I mean, if
out.
Wiggly had 6, that would be so much better.
To eat some shots and
But
not quite in range for CLG.
I mean, it was a good idea. You just didn't have 6 there. I wanna go through that again. So you know the dive is coming. You're prepared for it.
Here's Wiggly, though. Nice timing for the CLG jungler.
So you don't see it yet. Now you see Santorin. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Pobolter teleport there, or the Pobolter ulti. He gives up too much and doesn't get anything out of it. And it's the right idea. It's what you want to do with this comp, but you want the J4 to be level 6.
By CLG, honestly, it felt like Rune was a little bit too far forward. You know, Pobolter was roaming up, but they wanted to bait that a little bit harder, I think. Allow FlyQuest time to move in, to try to more heavily commit to the dive, and then Wiggly needs to get further in on that flag and drag, try to create more space for Pobolter to have that successful ultimate. Instead, it just ends up being ultimate down, more farm going the way of Power of Evil, who didn't actually come. He picks up a turret plate also,
the turret plate is the biggest thing. We gave that up.
Doesn't lose much on that top side. Going to be feeling really good about the series of events.
Plenty of gold for PoE to go and spend as Stixay TP's back down here to the bot lane. He does have
We're down a little bit in gold overall, but that's all it comes down to.
But It is a fairly slow landing phase so far, which I think
we should only be
should
down
expect
like
both these teams.
100
With the exception
something
of kind of their
gold
Cloud9
here.
game, FlyQuest's early game has been very stable, and it's really
And we have a
really
dragon,
especially
so
later on as they feel confident in their team fighting, where they picked the pace up a little bit. CLG have had some long games, to put it lightly. So given the team comp they've drafted especially, there is no need for the teams to be rushing right now.
Yeah, and that's something that we actually saw in the Santorin interview a little bit early on. He talked about the fact that he often feels like they have a scaling advantage in their mid jungle, and you know, in that comparison that Gabby was asking about.
yeah, they do. Yeah, Grave scales better. I don't really know who scales better, Galio or Syndra, because Syndra has that single target burst. They scale differently. They both scale well because Galio has that map mobility, the global pressure, the does solid damage, and has the utility and the CC. So they scale very differently.
Team comp is much more about the 5v5, much more about the hard engage, and that's kind of why you have this Jarvan Galio combo.
But the Aphelios just outscales. But the Bard, I would say, outscales the Pantheon quite a bit because he just has so much more utility. Pantheon is a point-and-click stun. Bard has all healing, a stun, and mobility.
Yeah, nothing too crazy
with
going
his
on. But you do want
tunnels.
to see teams be proactive. You know, when their abilities are
So,
up. Obviously, CLG first time they're all
I'm thinking where CLG will really want to, like, really, their big power spike where they can generate a big advantage is when the Ezreal reaches 2 items. And the Aphelios is only at like 1.5 because Ezreal items are just a little cheaper. So you should be able to, that should be the biggest window we try and take advantage of. And we can also play around dragons. It's going to be either wind or mountain. I mean,
Mash is going to let it rip. Grab it
yeah.
down onto the bar. Good buffer there from Styx here to get himself out from Ignar's stun.
So, I mean, Smoothie's flash, that's not bad. For, like, he played it safe. And we didn't lose much of anything. And that's just kind of the power of the Aphelios that forces you out. There's not really, he possibly could have dodged it, but you get hit sometimes, and he played it well for getting hit. They are setting up well for this dragon. We do have the Jarvan Galio combo going for us, so if we want to play around that, we don't have a TP advantage anywhere.
And defend against any potential dragon take, any potential dive. So they're going to be feeling, you know, pretty good about their summoner usage.
Yeah, we see Santorin there. I don't know. So we don't have a lot of vision around dragon, but neither does FlyQuest. Okay, we're walking in, taking vision.
Yeah, it does feel like this is one that FlyQuest wants to fight over. CLG went for a very early dragon and was able to get it, but I don't think FlyQuest want to give up another dragon here.
Yeah, but we have the Jarvan Galio.
Smoothie and Wiggly look like they're preparing to actually jump in here on Mash and Ignar if they step a little bit too far forward.
6 low on mana also without TP.
So we can just body that. Rune's pushing it in and taking fairly aggressive trades to have the advantage if there is a need for TP. That's unfortunate, but just posturing around bot lane here does allow Rune to play very, very aggressive in the matchup top lane.
They know he didn't have TP, so they're going to just try to finish this
yeah. Okay, if you can stall for Stixay to get there, you can do the Cataclysm combo.
Is good from Santorin. Stun now landing into Wiggly. He's going to have to take the portal out. The Syndra ulti not enough.
Oh, that's really unfortunate.
Top lane. It's all let loose here. Good ult from Solo. Really going to try and knock him back and maybe look for the re-engage, but just a trade of blows and no one falling yet. But still, the Drake and the first blood do go to FlyQuest.
Yeah, well done by FlyQuest, and I think
they dumped a lot to get that.
when Stixay is not
Yeah,
there,
the
yes, I get the idea of trying to delay.
Stixay not having teleport. It was the right idea to try and delay.
FlyQuest was too well aware of
Like
the base timings here. They knew that Ezra was
it
very,
was.
very far, and they just rushed this down.
Yeah, it was just
And
FlyQuest taking advantage of that. We didn't prep properly for the dragon. And it came back to bite us in the ass.
Wiggly and Smoothie
Wait.
should not even be close. They need to be
I
way
thought
further away.
Ignar already
Because it
used the.
ends up being
Okay, yeah,
essentially a
he
free
just
first
flashed
getting
and
over.
queued.
You do trade
But
flash
I mean,
and
if
ignite
if
out,
we're getting the
CLG
gold,
should
giving the
be
gold
too
away
happy
on
about how they
anyone,
got that
the
Dragon Ball.
Pantheon is
Yeah,
perfectly
Ignar
fine.
more than happy to trade his flash for the first blood there. Stixay going to get some plates down here in the bottom side. Has gone back for the Manamune and the Sheen.
And we did at least get the plate,
Too disrupted here in the bottom lane.
2 plates onto Stixay,
Also done
so
that
that's
in
pretty
the
good.
elite. So starting to see those first items come to fruition.
I'm a little surprised Ruin hasn't gotten a plate in the top lane.
They got most of the plates. They got their first blood modus money, and Solo and Ruin are still battling up here in the top lane. Here comes Pantheon though. There's Galio to answer with the
Yeah,
room, and now Ignar gonna
and
get
that should go in the advantage of CLG here,
a lot of damage, but not enough to not be killed by
because it's Pantheon support
Flash available there for Ignar, and he ultimately
versus
CLG
2 solo laners.
very ready for that
So that's
one.
very
And
good,
I think FlyQuest
getting
did a
Ruin
good job
ahead,
of
and
actually tracking where Pope Belter was.
Ruin
It's
is
not
someone
gonna
that
play really
is
easy
very,
well.
very capable
Solo's
of
been
taking
doing
over a
great in the
game.
1v1. He has been playing largely weak side, as this is going to be a pretty close fight. Solo's got to get out there now, though, with Pope Belter here.
Yeah, oh, Flash taunts in, knows
And
that the range ready to go, and that's a kill for Ruin.
good
actually.
job.
Snipe with the Q, I imagine. Santorin, though, trying to chase down Wiggly. Tempered Fate's gonna try, and it's close from Smoothie.
Trading
Not enough to
1
save
for 1
Wiggly.
there.
Yeah, very well.
Gets another
towards
kill under
sides,
Ruin
getting
though,
that
so
far
that's
open.
pretty
They're
big.
gonna
But we
their
lose mid
power
tower,
off this
so
also, so traded back well. By
yeah.
Santorin and Power.
FlyQuest responded to that very well. It was a good aggressive play. Ruin should honestly just take over this top lane now. And he's building more scaling, Jace. Okay, so he's building more scaling to be able to poke. And so so what CLG's comp here is they're gonna poke down with Ruin and Stixay, and once they chunk somebody, they can hard engage to gain a big advantage in the fight. And they have plenty of hard engage under the Aphelios with no protection. That's gonna counter the Aphelios very well.
But Santorin will be looking to knock down another tower, you have to think, because he does take the second eye. Stixay also working on his own tower trade in the extended play down here on bottom lane, but Ignar with a Hex Flash getting frisky.
Yeah, Hex Flash plush that Nimbus Cloak perhaps there. You know, it looked like he was getting pretty fast, but I'm not even actually sure.
He doesn't have Hex Flash and Nimbus Cloak. He doesn't have the right runes for that.
Conqueror primary. So maybe
So,
just the animation, not
but
Nimbus Cloak,
that is an interesting combination you can have, especially on like a Galio support.
With Ruin, he knows that Ignar is in position, but they lost sight of the fact that Galio had moved up the river, and Galio comes in. They don't have enough damage.
That's why Galio is so disgusting.
Ignar is an easy kill because he committed his flash for first blood down on that bottom side. And then in the extended play here, this is where FlyQuest really does start to get more out of it. Yes, Solo moves forward, and CLG want to punish that. They did get that eventual kill, but they lost their mid lane turret in the process. They traded the kill back over to Santorin in that process.
Yeah,
Away
so you basically put the game on Ruin's back with that play.
Ooh, Tempered Fate hits onto Mash. Gonna land the two-shot barrage. The latch
Oh,
is very good there
great
from
stun.
Oh, he's on range for the dunk. Or he didn't have vision, but whatever it was, he wanted to ulti. I can tell you
Smoothie?
that much. And now Mash
Smoothie? What the fuck? How are you messing up this dive?
Ooh, Tempered
So
Fate
bad.
hits onto Mash.
Smoothie has flash.
The latch is very good there from Smoothie and Wiggly.
So-
Oh, he's on range for the dunk. Or he didn't have vision, but whatever it was, he wanted to ulti. I can tell you that much. And now Mash is gonna take.
Wow.
Just
Just didn't realize that the minions had died and walks back in. That's just really, really bad. Wow, those are the mechanical mistakes that we saw week 1, week 2 or week 1 that really started putting us behind.
Rift Herald dropped in top lane as well, so Solo is able to take the tower down in top lane. Oh, it looks so good until it didn't.
You hate to see it happen, man. That is just one of those really terrible moments for team morale. when you're making a play on bot side and you have the advantageous play, you have the man advantage. You die to the tower. On the top side, you're losing a tower. Now they're going to get the dragon. It's just like, oh no, mental.
No, that's something that you should never screw up the professional level.
It's going to be Cloud Trick for FlyQuest with no contest available
And,
for CLG.
like, Smoothie didn't need to be tanking the tower there.
Which is a significant lead, but certainly not
Everyone else was full health.
without CLG having the ability to move back in.
So now
Yeah, I mean,
CLG's in a
CLG
rough
does
place,
have a
and
pretty
they
strong composition, and there are some pretty squishy members over on the side of FlyQuest.
so they need Ruin to really start taking over the side lane.
Because if you can get on
Because
top of champions like
most of the gold is on Ruin.
like this Pantheon, you know, lock them down with that J4
And
Galio
we
combo,
have hit that
then
2-item point on
Shot Blast comes
Ezreal.
in, Ezreal ulti comes in, and all of a sudden things are looking pretty good.
Gonna slap down Igna with some meeps here. Also additional damage done by Stixay.
So he is significantly stronger than Mash at this point. And the Iceborne is really good this game. It makes it so Power of Evil is really the only one that can damage him. Responding with a turret, getting back some of this standing gold here.
Don't take those towers.
Because that's
Goes from like, oh, this feels kind of bad, but like we're within distance.
that's where a lot of the
I don't
gold
have any plays
is.
to do because I don't have
Gold
room to
advantage
make
is
plays
for
around that.
FlyQuest.
Solo, speaking of, onto Ruin he goes.
I mean,
Facebreaker Haymaker. Ooh,
it's a
nice
good
little
trade.
thunder in
It,
get out of the way,
it
but
slows
really
down the back.
managing this matchup just fine.
And that's just Ruin being greedy with his backs.
CS right now
He needs
as
to
well.
stop that.
Yeah, Ruin is up in farm, you know, thanks in part to the multiple Galio ultimates that went up there and kind of the attention paid
Yeah.
to him from his team. But I've got to say, Solo's been doing well. If you're playing, you know, a melee matchup like the set into Jace,
And Pope
then you're
Ulters,
feeling
like,
pretty happy
we're
as long
up
as
in
you're not
farm
getting
everywhere
over.
but jungle.
He did
Holy
keep
cow,
his
does
tower alive.
Santorin
He
have so
actually,
much
you know,
farm.
took away the Jace's tower, was trading well, and for the most part staying very
But
even
also,
farm until he did actually get killed off. So I think
J4
Solo has
is
done a
very
commendable job
useful
up there,
even
and
without a
should
bunch
be
of
pretty
farm.
happy with his position as Pope
You might want to call in a
here.
TP.
Taking the global, I like it a lot. Pobelta, Igna's going to go in to start things off. Does get the taunt onto Santorin, but too much damage and can't get out.
Yeah,
of it.
that's just a
Punch
4-man.
only
You're not
delaying
doing
the
much
inevitable.
else.
FlyQuest will
You
take
lose
the
the
kill,
tower.
and more importantly, that third
I mean,
tower as well.
you're pushing
There
in
was
mid.
the answer in bottom lane.
You're
It's
trying to
finally come through for
respond.
CLG, but starting to
It's
lose
just
this
not
trade, just
quite
CLG will
fast
come to
enough,
attack
it looks
here and
like.
Solo, though, with the rest of his team charging in.
Ruin might get the
Not too
tower.
worried about being able to defend this tower. Instead, Ruin's going to try and get the trade for the top lane outer.
But you'd have to send somebody to deal with Mash.
With that W, landing the stun, and then he just backs out to maximum turret range, waits until the last shot would actually kill him, uses his E
And we
to
lose
block
2
out
towers.
that
Why
turret shot
didn't we
damage,
send somebody to
and
deal
it's
with
become
Mash?
such
That's
an
just
easy
bad.
dive to pull off.
We're
There's no
falling
opportunity to
apart
actually
here.
Trade back for a kill because the turret is just focusing that Pantheon the whole time, and now will be a stolen blue buff here for Wiggly. So nicely done there from CLG to take a little bit away from FlyQuest, but FlyQuest really feeling
So,
like they are fully in
Baron's up.
control.
2 minutes till Dragon. I
1,000
don't
gold ahead. They have grabbed
know
the last
about
2
what we
dragons
want
of the
to
game, and
do
they're gonna be
vision-wise
looking to
here.
Continue to build on that towards that.
I mean, right now it's
Dragon
just
Soul.
mostly
Yeah,
sit back,
half
farm,
thousand
maybe
gold up now, in part thanks to Mash, who actually
try and make a play for the mid lane tower, but that's about it.
had enough bullets in the crescendum apparently to get that tower despite the wave dying, so knew there was no threats. Just a really smart decision to take a little bit of extra gold and control off the map, and now FlyQuest looking very good around this upcoming dragon in a minute and
Yeah,
40
but
seconds, but
that
CLG
this comp
starting to realize
doing
that,
what
okay,
it
we've got the
kind of
2
needs
outer
to do,
turrets
but
in the side
now
lanes. You know,
Aphelios has
start
2
playing
items,
mid. We do want to fight for this
which
upcoming dragon.
ruins
And it
our
is about the execution, like you mentioned.
Exactly.
window
They're
of
trying to group
opportunity
early
we had.
and land some poke
Really.
here. You know, utilize the Ezreal Jace to actually
Ah.
land poke and then go for the hard engage, and here they go.
Okay.
Yeah, trying to get Ruin, but Stixay's going to chase him with Solo right behind him, and it's time to dunk the Ezreal Wiggly and in the middle
Ruin?
of the team fight, but can't
Get
find
the
off
kill?
Syndra and the Aphelios. Igna low, but not dead just yet. Now Solo
Okay.
is going to find a 3-man face breaker on the other side and dump him over the wall.
Shit.
Into the slow. Ruin's still alive. But Bard
So
dead,
is
Pokel's
Stixay.
down.
We
FlyQuest
lost.
despite
It's a
that
2
team
for
fight
1.
through the
That's
enemy walls.
That
not
was
good.
So well done by FlyQuest. Ignar
Mash
and
played it
Solo
extremely
just
well
sucked
to get
down
out of
both the
there.
damage dealers of
I
Silk.
that fight was so
Here
split. I
we
want to
go.
watch it
Lands a
again.
poke here. You know, utilize
So
the Ezreal
you
Jace to
get
actually land poke and then go for the
you
hard
get
engage, and
that,
there we go.
Ooh, Igna trying to get Ruin.
and like that's a terrible ulti by Ignar.
Poke then
And
go
they're
for the
like
hard
trying
engage,
to
and there we go.
focus
Ooh,
down
Igna trying to
Ruin.
get Ruin, but Stixay's going to chase him with Solo right behind.
And Mash plays it extremely well to flash out of this.
Ooh, Ignar trying to get ruined, but Stixay's going to chase him with Solo right behind him. It's time to dunk the air.
And it just didn't go well because we didn't get Mash CC'd. So that's kind of the big deal there. Our engage combo didn't work out, so we lose the fight. That's just gonna happen.
That was so well done by FlyQuest. Ignar and Solo just zoned out both the damage dealers of CLG. So Stixay and Ruin were never part of that hard engage. We saw Smoothie, Wiggly, Pobelter flying in on top of
yeah, but
dealers.
you can...
But you don't have the
they can kill Mash. Those three can easily kill Mash. It just... He flashed out, healed. He burned everything to get out of that, and then...
win the extended fight so incredibly easily.
Yeah.
And I think that team fight really so much credit deserved by those frontliners, by Ignar, by Solo for sectioning off the damage dealers of CLG and really making that a very easy fight.
Set up nicely by Ignar, and Solo is just ready to catch him on the other side of the wall when they blinked over to try and kill the Pantheon. Certainly be a fun one to maybe see again, but Power of Evil's letting it loose on Stixay. See you later.
What?
Ouch, she just got...
What the hell?
Over to try and kill the Pantheon. Certainly be a fun one to maybe see again, but Power of Evil's letting it loose on Stixay. See you later.
How did...
Fun one to maybe see again,
where did...
Power of Evil's letting it loose on...
Where did that extra ball come from? So he has 2 balls, and that was a 6-orb ulti. I'm trying to figure out where the other ball... Oh, he spawned it during the middle of the ulti. That's really well done by Power of Evil, because a 5-orb wouldn't have killed him. Wait, he killed him through an Aegis?
Love me some good Syndra gameplay. Santorin is going to take the 3rd Drake.
That was through an Aegis. Holy shit.
Open up in FlyQuest's favor and then some. About 5k ahead now. Can start thinking about the Baron. They'll have a huge threat in 5 minutes when that dragon respawns.
I mean, just look at the item completions coming through here. You know, Ignar already has his lethality item. He has that Umbral Glaive to be able to help with vision control. You can see 2 completed items on jungle, 2 completed items on top. Deathcap done, you know, for Power of Evil. He's on 2 items. IE done.
Rune's in a position that he should just be taking over a sideline, but we just...
And FlyQuest is just in such a comfortable position at this point.
We just haven't been able to do it. And we have the teamfight ability to turn it around. If we land that good engage on the Mash, and we can because he doesn't have flash. Oh, but he does have a stopwatch.
Mash has a stopwatch as well as the cloth armor. Likely going to be building towards a GA. You're going to be seeing more of those.
He's going to be building towards a death stance.
To just kind of eliminate the only possibilities CLG has of a teamfight victory.
Yep, certainly we'll be looking at Wiggly and Pobelter. I mean, this is the combination you drafted. Certainly is like your first step in finding a successful team fight. Certainly Smoothie can help set it up as well, but whatever it is, it needs to be coordinated by CLG. They put stock in their team fighting this game, and they'll have to deliver in 3 minutes and 42 seconds, if not sooner. But CLG are at least getting some room made here in mid lane.
Yeah, this is a good play to get the mid tower.
Ignar going to threaten there with the Hex Flash. CLG want to stay for this tower, but the response has already come in. It's just a little. And
Stixay just poking very well here.
Yeah, I mean they know they're in a position where they are pretty significantly behind, and that FlyQuest, if they find a flank with Solo, if they find that engagement to follow up on, that CLG is not.
How the comp works is you poke people down and then you get the hard engage. We didn't really have the poke last time.
So CLG knows they have got to be very, very careful.
And win Drake isn't that big a deal to give up.
This game is going to be quickly out of
reach.
Yeah, Stoneplate done for Wiggly, so we'll perhaps live a bit longer.
Mash is really the only one that hugely benefits from the extra movement speed. Okay.
Gets the slow down with a thundering blow, so they're going to be forced to flash away. Charging a haymaker up, they're trying to bait it out. Ruin with a very nicely played bit of patience, but True Shot
got him! Let's go! Good shit. Now, you didn't really use a whole lot, so you can, if you can get position here, if you can get a good engage, you can just absolutely blow up this team fight.
It is a 5v4. this could be a game-changing play if they're willing to go for it, but you can't just have Ruin tanking this.
Good job, Wiggly. Good work. That's exactly the kind of engage we want. Good job. Holy cow. Beautifully done.
They're so low, though. Ruin here, very, very low on HP.
Ruin's very low, but he has teleport. And smart keeping track of solos, respawn timer to know that you can't really do that. But this was exactly what we needed. Wiggly with a good flank here, and got 2 with that. They make it so Mash can't really start off the fight, and it allows Pobelter to get into the back line, do some work, and just take a good fight. Extremely well done there. Great flank by Wiggly, extremely well done by Smoothie to just pop him. And holy cow, Ruin is a big ol' boy.
Because this next dragon in 50 seconds
402.
So as long as they're set up in this area, as long as they have vision, it's really, really difficult.
So yeah, we can fight for this dragon now.
3 items now for both 6A and Ruin though, so we'll feel a little bit more.
Or we have the vision set up at Baron. If we just trade it, I would not be upset about that at all. Because I would rather have Baron than Cloud Drake. Every other, or Cloud Soul. Every other Soul I would rather have than Baron. But Cloud Soul I'm not a huge fan of. Oh, that was a pretty big stun. But Mash has Flash again. He still has Stopwatch. Oh, got it on the Mash. But yeah, Jesus Christ, Syndra's a balanced champion. Jesus. I don't think Ruin got hit by anything else. No, look at that shit. That's QE. It's QE. Holy shit.
As Wiggly dives in, I think ill-advised.
Yeah, there's
ultimate from Smoothie catching Mash on the edge of that ult.
Wow.
Frontliners step forward, threaten the bars, so Smoothie couldn't actually follow up with the
Syndra is certainly a balanced champion.
And then Ruin, who was trying to maintain control of that.
Didn't even have to use all 4 abilities to blow up. I mean, he doesn't have magic resist. He does have some health. But holy cow.
Void Staff, the Ludens already complete, in addition to those Sorcerer's Boots. So Power of Evil is ridiculously strong. Had rank 16, level 16 rather, for that rank 3 ultimate. And
the rank 3 ultimate didn't matter. He just had, like, Power of Evil, if he just pressed, hit the W on him, it would have killed him.
Pobelter potentially in certain situations will also qualify if there's
if he doesn't have
shields down. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, if you have your Zonias, then you can use that on the ultimate. But if you don't, he can definitely get 100 to 0.
We definitely need to
there's only really Wiggly
poke down,
safe,
like,
because he has a significant amount of MR.
And we were trying to poke there, but Syndra being balanced definitely did not help that one.
Enough to keep you safe when Power of Evil is this fed and this high level.
Power of Evil has played it well.
6 levels above the sport.
Yeah, very relative term at this instance. PoE is certainly very powerful. They did lose the Soul Dragon, by the way. That one was pretty inevitable. They do check and they see the control.
But it's not that big to lose
someone from FlyQuest is hiding in a brush. We see Mash and PoE there. The bait. Tempered Fato not going to connect, and CLG don't really have anything else to go in, but here's Wiggly looking for the flank on the Mash. Stoneplate not popped yet. He's almost dead, actually. The Galliwald is going to charge in, but Mash doesn't mute it. The chase is on, though. The taunt is going to be lined up for PoV. He waited for the flash solo in, though, to try and defend the teammates, and the Haymaker is massive, but Pobelter has lived for so long.
Okay,
finally
that's...
gets killed by Stixay, who's forced to blink
and Stixay's dead.
Well. Ignore with a great stun there as Ruin does get the trade, but it's 3v2 now in favor of FlyQuest.
Very close fight.
Just things just I want to watch that again. I didn't have So
CLG don't really have anything
we
else to
missed
go with.
that.
Here's Wiggly looking for the flank on the
Wiggly
back.
taking the
Certainly
Syndra
not fun. He's
ulti.
almost dead, actually, the gal-
Okay.
Hollywood is gonna charge
And
but
solo,
back.
the flank here was so good.
Doesn't mute it, the chase
Ignar solo, flat, mash buying
is
time.
offload, the taunt is gonna be lined up at
Pole
POE,
Belter
waiting for the
following up
solo
well.
though to try and defend the
Smoothie
CLG,
just
but
getting
Haymaker-
chunked out there. Just solo playing extremely well. He should die right there. But he gets 27 health randomly.
That's it, but Pole Belter has lived for so long as Solo finally gets killed by
And then Stixay jumps forward to finish off that kill. That Set should have died too.
6-8.
And yeah, and that just loses the rest of the fight because he dies.
But he's gonna fall.
Ignar goes there, and Ruin gets that kill. Ruin's so strong, but
Very close fight, actually. CLG
it doesn't
does
matter
go
too
down one
much.
member, but you would
He might be able to catch Santorin here.
More handily. Mash did a good job actually absorbing a lot.
Are
of
they
that
just
engage
gonna
and
go
was able to
Baron?
Kind of kite back and survive from Pobelter and Wiggly. CLG couldn't get.
Oh,
the
shit.
Again back to
And
Mash, and he did a good job of timing the
Ruin
stopwatch
needs
on
to be
that
there to
value wall,
contest
really
that.
Just kind of surviving there. So despite the
But
fact
we
that
have
it is
no
a relatively
vision of
close
it.
fight, in terms of numbers,
They should know.
Mash can burn
Wiggly
things
is
incredibly
up,
quickly with
but
that
it doesn't.
freeze. They're gonna be able
They're
to
just gonna
commit
get
there.
this for
Power
free.
People is zoning just in case Wiggly was coming over to check, but not even sure that there's anything CLG can do about it, even if they knew.
Yep, Krisham's the real deal. when it comes to
That
taking down static
20,
objectives.
27 health
And,
was the difference
Mash
in
and
that
Santorin
fight.
able to very cleanly two-man that Baron.
That's
with a bit of
insane.
assistance from the defense of POE. So all the objectives have been sliding in favor of Flyco as I watch this one again. It was close.
Stixay
was close,
played
and
it
honestly,
very
Mash,
well.
with the additional move speed from
Like-
that Cloud Soul, did a good job. But over the wall, Wiggly comes in, Mash sidestepped the flag and drag there.
So, right up here.
It's close.
So
Yeah,
right
it
up
was
here,
close, and
there.
honestly, Mash with the additional
Smoothie
move speed
hits
from
a
that Cloud Soul
two-man.
did a good job. But over the wall,
He hits a two-man stun right there.
comes in, Mash sidestepped the
They definitely could have
flag and drag there.
just
but
gone
goes
ham and
over
killed
top.
them,
You can see
but they're split
this
because they get the engage from Wiggly, and so they're split
stopwatch from Mash here.
and not just burning one person down. Wiggly gets burnt down. That allows Solo to come in. So being split at the start of that.
To cue him to actually land that cosmic binding.
But look at that.
Anything, but at the same time, 6-8 and Ruin have been fighting.
What
it
is
out
he
very well.
healing so
6-8
much
flashing
off
forward
of?
to finish off Solo to try to trade back a kill, but is engaged on. Ignar re came back into that fight. He was really low on health, but he ulted in. He used the Bard portal and.
Is that just his
find that stun on
natural
Solo,
health
allowed him to
regen?
come off.
27 a second?
I thought Wiggly didn't use Stoneplate that last team fight because of how quickly his health went down. He used it. It just still went down that quickly to the Syndra ulti.
The Aphelios things. Oh,
Yeah.
Syndra, yeah.
So
And now it just gets harder, right? Stopwatch is
Yeah.
now completed for Power of Evil.
You
so
have
it's
to
gonna
get a
make him harder to
pick,
burst down. The Death Dance is
which
done for
you might be
Mash,
able to
like
get one
towards
here.
PD next also.
You got two that you can catch out here.
Santorin, that's a big kill to get, and they will finish it off their
Okay.
last hit. But by their forces combined, they do get
Like,
one.
you lose-
Baron's not up. In fact, they still have the buff. CLG chasing.
Like,
the rest of
you
Flyco
lose a
to
tower,
try
I
and get them
think?
off
Did
the
we
tip.
lose top tower there? I don't.
Stopwatch is now
I wasn't.
completed.
Yeah, we lost top tower for that.
By their
So
forces combined, they do get one. But
lost
Baron's
top
not up. In fact,
top
they still
tower,
have the
but
buff.
you were gonna lose
Chasing
that
the
tower
rest of
anyway
Flyco
to
to
Baron.
try and get them
So
off their
it
towers.
gives you priority on the map, which is well done. We we've needed to do that more this game. Just get picks, get people caught out.
From the rest of his team, they had this three-man squad pushing up on top side. Didn't really have eyes on most of CLG, and he does get engaged on and picked off. His flash is also going to be down. Mash is down summoners too from the previous fight, so it does give CLG some hope that if you can find that proper engage with flashes available on Wiggly, on Pobelter, on Smoothie, that maybe you can burst down one of those carries and have something happening in the fight. And they're actually TPing Pobelter from
Oh
behind there.
no!
Look,
What a bait, Matt!
Wait,
Ignar
what the
just
hell
looking
just
juicy and
happened?
Smoothie, that maybe you
So,
can burst down one of those carries and
Smoothie
have
going to
something
ward,
happening in the fight. And they're actually TPing Pobelter from
and
behind there.
Power of Evil
What a
just
bait.
bursting him. But we have good position here. And if Power of Evil doesn't burst down one of our more important people, we can win this fight. Mash is dead. That's huge. We can win this. We should win this. Mash is dead. Holy cow. That's a 3-for-1. That's great.
Yeah, really well done, honestly. I mean, CLG
holy cow.
that out well, but
So, I want to see how this starts again.
Mash is down summoners too from the previous fight, so it does give CLG some hope.
We see them here on that. Do we? Okay, we just see one there, and we're just going for the singular pick. And we see Mash there. And because of that great flank ward, this works out. And we just catch Mash out, which is what we've needed to do. Ruin gets some great damage there. And things just go extremely well for us. Great fight. Great use of the deep flank ward to teleport. Elder Dragon's a minute away, so we push mid, get that tower.
But also, FlyQuest, I think, are just not respecting CLG.
And Ruin is so absurdly powerful. Stixay strong.
Instead of actually waiting for Santorin to be alive to take vision around this Elder Dragon,
Stixay has fought so well.
Wandered in there against this hard engage comp, down members, and they get punished. Rightfully
That's just
so.
extremely well done in his part.
CLG is doing a really good job just not backing down, and it feels like FlyQuest is expecting CLG to maybe roll
and just
over or just
get positioning for the Elder. If we get this, we can swing this in our favor.
Some sloppy deaths, and there are still chances for FlyQuest to lose this game. If CLG are able to get Elder, well, during that
I mean,
time,
it's not that
they
big of
have
a
the Elder
gold lead
buff.
for this late in the
It is more
game.
powerful than the Cloud
It's
Soul,
3,500.
so they've gotta respect what CLG
If
can
we
do
can get the
and play this
Elder,
out intelligently.
it's massively in our favor. And
No harm, no foul. Elder Dragon is up and available though, and FlyQuest are almost all grouped back together.
that's one of the reasons why I don't like the Pantheon support, because it just doesn't
Expecting a 5v5, and it will certainly be. At this point,
doesn't do a whole lot at this point in the game. It's pretty squishy. It doesn't do much damage. Medium utility. Like,
Could look for a Cosmic Binding from Smoothie. If you can find it on the proper targets, that can be used to start it off. But Ruin and Pobelter are segregated. They're split up.
Good double taunt from POB, but who's really getting engaged on? Forced to stasis fairly early. Solo going to dunk him back in towards the team, but Wiggly trying to dive PoE. Mashlo takes down Pobelter. Wiggly dives in. Traps a bunch there in the Java ulti, but PoE is able to take down Stixay.
we lose that because Stixay's dead. Okay, why does Solo win that? What the hell?
Solo going to dunk him back in towards the team, but Wiggly trying to dive PoE. Mashlo takes down Pobelter. Wiggly dives in. Traps a
That just was very sloppy here. We're split up,
They're split up.
and they just get a good engage onto one member. And look how far away Stixay is right now. Why is he so far away? Wait, they're trying to start the Elder Drake. Why?
They're split up.
Good double taunt from POB, but who's really
That's not good. The Stixay, like, that was just bad communication. And Syndra, you just got R pressed on you by Syndra and you die. And so Wiggly's the only one that lives. And that's probably the game.
Wiggly the only one left alive. I mean, Wiggly's gonna try a sail, but
yeah, I don't think he's got much left in the tank. The respawn timers are too long. I think FlyQuest has one CLG. It looked like with the anti-synergy, they're split up. Pobelter
Yeah, that was. There were a couple of points in this game where we just had split communication as to what we wanted to do in team fights.
Like he would have actually potentially hit the flag and drag. He gets ulted by Bard.
And now it's no hope at all. There's the ace, finally, the Bud Light ace of Santorin will put the cap on the last kill needed. FlyQuest didn't even need it as they'll smash down the Nexus, and a back and forth battle, but FlyQuest, it felt like they got ahead.
I mean, we put up a good fight against a good team.
Yeah, pretty stable game overall, I would say, from CLG and FlyQuest, but
just some team fight miscommunication as to what we wanted to do, not playing properly around
there was some
visioning
sloppiness
team
too,
fights.
honestly, to be honest, from both teams. It felt like FlyQuest
And
wasn't respecting the
that felt
engage
like the
from
biggest
CLG,
issue
gave
to
over
me.
some
That
kills
early
allowed
play
CLG to
top lane
have
not
more
working
purchase in
out
this game, to have an ability to
was
actually
pretty
potentially
big,
come
and then we
back.
just didn't.
But CLG
It felt like
also
we didn't
just
take
wasn't on the same
advantage
page with a lot of these
of one
engages. We
fights
saw
very well.
how they
We
looked,
didn't
even in
get
that
much
final
when we
team
won a fight.
where, Bard is ulting the person that is.
So there are some things that need to be cleaned up, but FlyQuest is one of the better teams. So it wasn't a bad performance on CLG's part, but definitely could and should have won that game. Ruin was so strong. We didn't really utilize that so well. Probably shouldn't have let the Syndra through. Because Syndra is very fair and balanced. I'm confused as to how they got both the Aphelios and Syndra. And then some of our coordination on engages was just sloppy. We need to clean that up. But it was promising. We were in it, and like if that last team fight would have gone differently, if it would have been better communicated, then we easily could have won this. We could have won this game. But team fight communication was the biggest thing that needed to be cleaned up. We had some great picks. We didn't play around objectives well at all. And we didn't take advantage of how strong Ruin was terribly well either. So definitely some things that need improved. But we looked very competitive and against another 3-1 team, which shows that we should be a top half team right now. And that's such a huge improvement from last split. So that's the video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do all of that.